Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Friends, it's time once again to journey into mystery as we tackle the tense, terrifying, yet always terrific world of the Twilight Zone. Today we're watching Season 1, Episode 31, The Chaser. Nothing to it but to do it, friends. Before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to journey into the Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to once again take to the tale told by Rod as we watch The Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 31, The Chaser. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Oh, Rod, what do you have for us today?
Beyond that which is known to man.
If I remember correctly, the outro for Willoughby said something about drinking. and my interest was piqued. Great shot.
Telephone? You have a telephone? Thank you.
There's a big line for it, buddy.
This is an outrage. He's making another call.
It's only his fifth.
He doesn't even talk, he just dials. Maybe he's got a dialect, huh?
Mr. Roger Shackleforth, age youthful 20s. Occupation, being in love. With a young woman named Leela who has a vague recollection of his face and even less than a passing interest. In a moment you'll see a switch because Mr. Roger Shackleforth, the young gentleman so much in love, will take a short but very meaningful journey into the Twilight Zone.
Well, he's also exceptionally rude, and that's what we want to, I guess they're trying to get that through in the silent narration.
$1 for your place.
Yeah, I'll get you my spot.
$1 for your place.
Why should first place be the same as the third? $2.
Ha! Very good.
Thank you.
She's sitting there holding packages, and this guy is, like, continually calling.
Hello?
Hello, Leela, darling. It's Roger.
Who?
What is it?
May I come to see you?
No. No, I can't. I couldn't bear to see anybody. I'm a mess.
Okay.
I must see you, darling. Must. Furiously, fiercely must. I love you.
Okay.
Roger, you've got
She's a
to
mess,
stop
bud.
this. You're acting like a baby. I can't see you now, and that's that.
Well, then talk to me. Say something. Say anything.
Say something?
Don't ever call me again.
Why don't you take a flying jump at the moon?
Well,
There, now, you've finished, haven't you?
No, she hung up on me. I've got to call her back and make sure she isn't sorry.
no, Roger, get out of the phone booth.
Here's a way to solve your problem. Look, go and see this man. And go and see him right now. Believe me, there is no other way. I know. Go and see that man and he'll help you.
You're out of line now, bud. He was way nicer than I would have been, Roger. Professor A. Damon? It's very close to a demon. That is awesome. Where are we now? I know a bespectacled gentleman that we watched earlier in the season who would have appreciated the library here. If only he had a spare set of glasses.
No, I wasn't skulking. I just didn't know if,
Common enough disease, not knowing you. Sit down on that pile of books there. Do I know you?
No, sir. As a matter of fact.
Then you haven't come for a bottle of the glove cleaner.
Glove cleaner.
Well, the point is, I don't know why I came at all. You see, a man gave me your card, a stranger.
Oh, yes. Satisfied former customer, most likely.
But I don't know what you've got.
Ointments, salves, powders, sovereign remedies, nectars, lotus blossoms,
Love potion?
antitoxins, decoctions, concoctions, and potions. All guaranteed.
You're an alchemist. perhaps.
Suddenly need something. You look feverish.
Oh, well, it's, sort of, you know, nothing.
Infatuation.
You're ambitious, is that it?
Look at these long shots.
You
I
want
love it.
success, money, admirers, the world at your feet.
No, that's not it at all.
Power. You want power.
Still one shot.
Leela.
Yeah, if I have Leela, I can do all the rest myself.
I might have known. All he wants is Leela. I offer him practically anything, and all he wants is Leela.
Love potion.
The parlor trick of my science. You disappoint me.
You don't understand. You see, I'm in love with somebody named Leela, but she's not in love with me.
I think he does understand, bud.
I promise you she'll never leave your side. And nothing will be too much for you to ask of her. She'll worship you. She'll beg for kisses and weep for joy at your touch.
Wow.
Look at another girl, or even do a little more than look. She'll feel hurt. But she'll forgive you and love you just the same. Frankly, you'd get the same shake from a Cocker Spaniel.
But that's wonderful. That's all in the world I want, my Leela's love.
Is Leela's love.
This guy's great.
Tell me, are you sure you wouldn't be interested in the glove cleaner, as I call it? There are many names for it, including the Eradicator.
Glove cleaner. The Eradicator.
No, I'm not really interested in glove cleaners.
Why not? It's sure, it's swift, leaves no trace, it's perfect for its purpose.
Killing somebody?
For instance, this little bottle costs $1,000.
$1,000? Are all your prices like that?
Some are, some aren't. That's only $1.
$1?
Really? Well, you just got that from the dude that wanted to get in... Oh, no, you didn't get paid. Never mind.
$1 for my Leela's love? It won't hurt her.
This is going to be a curse.
You'll get exactly what you say you want.
What you say you want.
Thanks, Professor. You know, if this works, I'll be the happiest man in the world.
He's heard it before.
Roger, I told you I was busy tonight.
Well, just a minute, just a little minute. Flowers, see? You don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love anybody so much and so desperately.
Why, though?
You are acting like a clod. A silly, stupid, sophomoric clod.
I love you.
Why? Well, she does like champagne, apparently.
One drink. 5 minutes, and then you go. I've got to put on my dress.
I mean, she was obviously expecting somebody else, because she opened the door and... Let me quickly drug her drink.
Well, let's get this over with.
How romantic. She just downs it. Yep, and now we're done.
Now, goodbye, Roger.
Wow, Roger.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Well, perhaps it's my last look.
All right. You've had it. I don't love you. I don't want you here. I don't even like you at the moment. Now, please go.
Damn.
That's the best I can do.
Alrighty.
Perhaps I am being cruel. I don't mean to be.
I'm just drawn that way. Isn't that what Jessica Rabbit said?
Or let me make it a little nicer.
This is going to be a careful what you wish for scenario, isn't it?
What's happening? What's happening?
What difference? Come here, baby.
What a difference in Roger. I have several problems with this episode. We'll talk about it, but...
Oh, I'm sorry if it bothers you. It's just that I love to kneel at your feet.
Wow.
Oh, well, if your feet are hot now, I could soak my hands in ice water and then caress them.
No, my feet are fine.
I like to put my shoes up on the ottoman. I've been walking around the city all day and through God knows what.
No, it bites my tongue. It's not broken in very well.
Oh, she'll break it in for you.
I could smoke it all day while you're at the office, and then when you came home...
Thanks, Leela, but no thanks.
Roger. Boy, oh boy.
Here. I should have put cigarettes in that box by your chair. Here.
We got to have them within arm's reach everywhere.
I adore touching you. I'd be glad to rub it again.
No, thanks, Leela.
So he's going to use the glove cleaner is apparently to kill somebody, right? The eradicator. I'm guessing that's the next drink for poor Leela.
I'm so happy you're you. You're just perfect.
She's doing a great job.
Darling, will you be long?
I don't know. I may be late.
Would you like me to go too?
No. I won't be late. And I need a little air.
While you're gone, my love will grow and grow, and when you get back...
The parallel between the door, the conversation, it's a nice touch. I have a big problem with somebody not having any free will when it comes to love and marriage. Dear God. But let's see what happens to Roger. This is the Twilight Zone.
Hi there, Professor.
Oh, I knew I'd see you again.
Yes, I've been expecting you.
You have?
You're going to want that glove cleaner.
How are things with you?
Things haven't changed with me in years.
Me? Oh, I'm fine. Fine. I just dropped around to tell you that things are fine.
You're going to want that $1,000 glove cleaner, buddy.
Oh, the glove cleaner, huh? Say, do you sell much of that stuff?
Now and again.
Now and again.
Painless?
Of course, it's perfect for its purpose. The only thing of its kind in the world.
He hasn't said that it kills somebody yet, though.
Professor, I am going out of my ever-loving mind. I can't stand it anymore.
Naturally.
Is there such a thing as being loved too much? Isn't there somewhere we can just quiet it down?
What's not real love, bud?
Isn't there some potion that'll transfer a little of this love to someone else? Like a nice cocker spaniel?
Not a chance. She's yours.
She's yours.
This is the way. The only way. $1,000.
Professor, you don't know what it's like all the time. Love, love, love.
I do know it.
I was going to say, he knows exactly what it's like.
But that's all my savings.
I know. It's always that way. All made out, eh? One thing I must caution you about. You must use it immediately. Do you hear me? Immediately. And you must use it all. If you fail the first time you try to use it, you'll never have courage to use it again. Never.
Goodbye, Professor.
Farewell.
I'd cash that check, Professor.
Always the same way. First the stimulant, then the chaser.
So a cool $1,001 later.
Party. I thought we ought to have a party. After all, it isn't everybody that's been married 6 months.
God, 6 months.
It's just like the first time. Only this time you don't have to beg to stay.
Later. Listen, what?
Oh, so she can remember not liking him. Interesting.
Darling, would you like to have candlelight? It's so romantic. Let's have candlelight, huh?
Sure. Candlelight, schmandlelight, anything.
The Twilight Zone does a great job of making unlikable protagonists. Like a really good job.
I've lived just to love you. Only you.
That's nice.
That's an awful lot, man.
Sweetest, how did you happen to think of the champagne?
It just came to me.
Left hand is the...
Lover marshmallow.
Still left hand. Keep watching, everybody.
I've got news for you, sweet little rabbit.
Rabbit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, darling. Oh, well, we won't worry about it.
Oh, my God. Thank God he didn't do it.
It's all right. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have gone through with it. I could never have gone through with it.
You're saying that to yourself now.
We'll be like this for the rest of our lives, won't we?
The rest of our lives.
Mr. Roger Shackleforth, who has discovered at this late date that love can be as sticky as a vat of molasses, as unpalatable as a hunk of spoiled yeast, and as all-consuming as a 6-alarm fire in a bamboo and canvas tent.
Look at that. What?
Case history of a lover boy who should never have entered the Twilight Zone.
All right, everybody, we just finished watching the 31st episode of the first season of The Twilight Zone, The Chaser, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished the 31st episode of the very first season of The Twilight Zone, The Chaser. This one was the weak... this is a tough one for me, and I think that I'm flavoring my opinion of this one simply because it's very, very difficult for me to get past the initial premise. I've never felt comfortable with like love potion-y type of stuff. because it's no matter which way you're going about it, somebody's will is being subverted. Somebody's will is being eradicated to follow in lockstep with whoever was the enchanter, to the enchantee. We saw that. And, it's difficult too, because not that this would ever make it right, but if you could have like a villain that would potentially, have this type of love cast on them, it might be an easier pill to swallow. I'm not sure if it would be for me, but I don't think that they came anywhere near vilifying Leela. Not at all. Not in the least did they come anywhere near. In my opinion, she wasn't a villain at all. In fact, she wasn't even that unlikable. And I don't think they were trying to make her unlikable. I think they were trying to make her. I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth with that when I was watching the episode. I know I was quieter because I was struggling with, how am I going to just, put this beside me. I couldn't get over that hurdle. I couldn't get over the love potion hurdle, because the idea that somebody is just, I mean, it's cringy, it's awkward, it's one of those things where, it's fiction, you're supposed to be buying into the stories it's being told, but there's just one element like you can't get around. There's one thing about this particular production, whether it be, and again, it could be something mechanical, like I don't like the lighting in this theater, or, just one of those things that just sticks in your craw and you can't get past. This is a pretty big thing to get stuck in your craw, though, whenever you're literally taking somebody's will from them and making them do something they do not want to do. And without being crude or crass, but expanding upon that thought, you have somebody doing something that they do not want to do, that they have stated they do not want to do in loving Roger, and 6 months later, you're having a child with them. That's a tough sell. I mean, oh my God. I mean, that's really bad. That is, in my mind, that's one of those things I just couldn't get around the whole premise of it. And so I think that's why it doesn't work real well for me like the other ones do. The other ones can have very tense, very kind of shocking moments, but this is just something, and I don't want to call it like a bridge too far or anything like that, but at the same time, it was just something I couldn't get past that to enjoy it. Maybe that's the best way to say it. And I will say this too, in many ways, I don't like the idea of needing to get past this to enjoy the episode or enjoy the twist. We saw what was coming. I mean, the professor told us in, the second scene that she was going to be somebody that this was going to come back to bite him in the ass. And when we said it, be careful what you wish for, Roger. You're going to get somebody he told you it's good. She's going to be completely infatuated with you. And that in and of itself is just so tough to get behind as an audience member. So let's break it down on, a narrative construction level as far as how you're presenting the two characters and or three characters if you include the professor, and whether or not that's something that the narrative, and it might be, again, I'm certainly not saying that my opinion on this one is absolute by any stretch of the imagination. Everybody can have their opinion. This is obviously as a personal one for me, in that as soon as I found out what was going on, and as soon as I realized that Leela was, not playing coy or anything like that. I mean, she stated she didn't like him. I couldn't get past it. But let's look at it narratively real quick, just to see how they set up everything. And I think, again, like we talked about it in the actual reaction, the Twilight Zone does a great job of establishing characters that we are immediately supposed to not like. And I think putting him at the front of a phone booth, and there's a line of people that he is ignoring as he just rudely continues to dial her number, for me, it was a very interesting way that most people would look at that and be like, oh my God, this jerk, this prick, I can't believe there's a woman. And then again, like the composition of the line behind him, the very next person is an older woman carrying packages. And obviously she needs to use the phone and you're just ignoring that shit. So I think it's a great way to just be like, hey, everybody, just at the jump, at the ball tip here, everybody, Roger's a prick, okay? We're going to reinforce that throughout this, but we really wanted to make it land here in the first 30 seconds. So we had Roger brought up that way. And then, Roger is pining away for Leela. But again, it's not like he fell in love with her. He's mistaking love for obviously lust, because I hate it. It's so crass to talk in this manner, but he got what he wanted from Leela. He didn't want her love and affection. if he did, he would have found a way to make it work, or he would have deeply regretted what he did to kind of get this. If Roger had been like, oh my God, and gone back to the professor, is there any way I can get this removed so I can see if I want her to love me for herself and not be forced into it? That's a whole different story. You know what I mean? That's a whole different way to look at this. But he didn't, so it speaks of an idea that this is, and again, she doesn't like him and they're having a kid together. Woo, that's tough to even entertain certain aspects of the story. But let's continue. Leela, I think they tried to make her aloof, I guess, or, but the thing that they did establish for her, I mean, I'm thinking about like laying in bed and, eating chocolates and shit like that. But I think what they did with her is they made sure to establish one solid, undeniable fact for Leela. She did not like Roger. She said, I don't love you. I don't want you around here. I don't even like you. Don't come back. This is it. This is our final drink. Get out of here. They made it in such a way that she tried to be nice at first. Don't come over, take a wild leap at the moon. Doing everything that I'm sure probably has worked in the past if somebody was infatuated with her, by simply, being as nice as you can be until you have to basically say, I do not like you. And that did not stop Roger. Now, the professor was our both like devil's advocate and cheerleader when it comes to these certain, he damn well loved selling that glove cleaner. You know what I mean? Making his $1,000. But at the same time, this revelatory information about, exactly what the love potion would do. And that's his job. That was his job in the story, was to say, audience, this is what this thing's going to do to her. And then we have to take that information, and what we see reflected in Leela after she took it seems to be exactly what the professor said. So we have to take the professor's whole narration about this thing at face value. And that further is disquieting to the soul whenever I'm watching this, thinking that, is she in there somewhere and can't react to what's going on? She remembers. Remember the last time we had champagne and you thought this was going to be our last drink? She remembers that. There's a lot of horrible, horrific elements that you can kind of just imagine. And that's the one thing about the Twilight Zone we always talk about. Your imagination tells half the story that you're seeing on the screen. I didn't like where my imagination was going in this one simply because of the way it was presented and Leela's character was presented to us. That was a tough one for me, friends. It was a tough one. But it was another episode of the Twilight Zone, and to be very honest, the way that it was presented is probably one that I'm not going to forget. When I look back on this, I'll remember all my favorites, and I'll probably remember The Chaser too, just because of how off-putting it was to me. But that was that. Friends, if you can do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time to watch The Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye. And so normally what we do in all of our series that we watch, and I'm laughing because if you've watched The Twilight Zone, you know where we're going with this. In all of our other series, as a reward for being the Greek chorus, the audience of this story, we get to go back into the story we just watched and say goodbye from our favorite scene or favored scene. But with The Twilight Zone, we do something a little bit different. We say goodbye as a result of this episode. And so, friends, I am going to do something that I haven't done yet with this result-driven ending for our time together with The Twilight Zone. If you're so inclined, join me, my friends, because I'm headed to the professor's, and I'm going to ask the question that Roger failed to ask, even though he said, is there anything else we can do? Is there something else we can do? And I am going to find something in all those potions and tonics and powders to work around and potentially free Leela from whatever the heck Roger put her under, or at the very least, maybe make her like somebody that she actually does like. I don't know. There's got to be an answer, right? Or are we just stuck in the Twilight Zone? Friends, until such time as we can watch another one of Rod's tales, Vulcan roll, and I'll see ya.